Permanent resident applicants in Quebec now will be able to apply for a bridging open work permit. And as it is an open work permit, it means that the person, the PR applicant, they can work for any employer. They can continue with their jobs that they're doing, or they can find a job with any employer, as bridging open work permit is an open work permit. So hi everyone, this is Neha, Bhalla, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and today we are going to discuss about the bridging open work permit for the PR applicants in Quebec. Also the spouse also of the PR applicant that has filed the application for PR. So the spouse also can obtain an open work permit. They can also apply for it. And only if your spouse, you have included your spouse in your permanent residency application, then only they can apply for an open work permit on the basis of your bridging open work permit. And also there will be no requirement of the principal applicant that he should be working only in NOC O, A or B for the spouse to apply for an open work permit, as it is there in case of spousal open work permits for temporary foreign workers, right? So there will be no such conditions. So even if the principal applicant, even if the PR applicant who has filed the application for the PR is working in any NOC, irrelevant of the NOC he or she is working in, the spouse can apply for an open work permit. Yes, or the only condition is that they should be included in your PR application. So now talking about the eligibility. So to have access to this bridging open work permit option, the temporary foreign worker who has applied for the PR application, so the basic eligibility criteria is, first eligibility condition is that you must have submitted a permanent resident application as the principal applicant and as a skilled worker, right? So only as a skilled worker. This is eligible only in case of a skilled worker in the Quebec to Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, that is the IRCC. And also you must have got the AOR. What is AOR? It is the acknowledgement of receipt. So you must have your AOR, which confirms that your permanent resident application has been received by the federal government and it is complete. So that you must have got the AOR. Now talking about the detailed eligibility of bridging open work permit. So the basic criteria to be eligible for bridging open work permit in case of Quebec is that you must live in Quebec, you must hold a CSQ. CSQ is nothing but a certificate of selection from Quebec. The third is that you should be the principal applicant on your permanent residency application, and you must have completed a completeness check for your permanent residency application. And the last basic eligibility criteria is that you should either have a valid work permit, right? Your work permit should be valid. Otherwise, the second option is that you can have an expired work permit also, but you should have like maintained your status as a worker, like you have applied for the renewal of the status, right? Or the third option is you should be eligible to restore your status and get a work permit, like you should be in the 90 days bracket to get to apply for the restoration of the work permit even though your work permit has expired. So these are the basic eligibility criteria that should also be met apart from the two criteria which I told you in the starting. So now if you are in Quebec and you have applied for your permanent residency as a principal applicant, now you can go ahead and also apply for your bridging open work permit. Also, the initial duration of the approved bridging open work permit. So if your open work permit gets approved, so the initial duration will be 24 months or the length of the passport validity. So that the maximum is you can get is the validity date of your passport. So also if in any case if in a case you didn't get your permanent residency approved even in that 24 months also, then you can apply for a BOWP extension that will be valid for 12 months. I hope my video gave you some relevant and important information, and now you know that how you can whether you are eligible for the BOWP in case you are in Quebec. So to just stay updated with all the immigration updates related to Canada and for different provinces, do subscribe my channel, like my video and share it with your friends and relatives. Thank you.